exclusively transponder.
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
What is up, role players? It's your boy, Casual Role Playing Games here. Today I've got a real banger for you. This is gonna be Perseus's Perils, Part 2. I know, it's a little bit of alliteration for you today. So, we pick up where we left off. We just finished the goblin fight, and Zevlar has told them to open the gate. So here you see me looting all the bodies. I loot Will's body, get the scroll of resurrection from him, resurrect him, and I see the words thief. And my goodness, I am so scared. I put it in turn-based mode ASAP. This is honor mode, so if Will starts fighting me and the tiefling sees it, I'm in trouble. Basically, the whole campaign is over. So I turn-based mode and run out of there as soon as possible. But it actually works out alright. Take it out of turn-based mode because a key piece of equipment that we're going to have pretty much throughout the campaign is right here. The silver pendant. Ooh, ended up a candle just in case. This silver pendant is absolutely crucial. It gives us the cantrip Guidance. Now, Guidance will add a D4 to any ability check so long as you're concentrating on the spell. So it's a super important piece of equipment for this entire run. You see me casting Guidance right there. Today's video is going to be a little bit less action-packed in the sense of combat than our first video was because we are exploring the Druid Grove. Will tells us to bugger off. Luckily, he's not aggro at us anymore, thank goodness. And here is that person that sells us the potion that we absolutely need. Auntie Ethel. She sells you 3 potions of Hill Giant Strength, or elixirs of Hill Giant Strength, each time you level up or each time you take a long rest. So I'm going to try and remember every time I level up or take a long rest to buy them off of her. Next, we're going to visit Damon, but first, we're going to get all of the stuff that we can sell, all those good weapons, so that we can sell them to Damon, and we can get us some gold. You see me there taking that elixir of Hill Giant Strength.
Just ask.
Damon pretty much sells most of the best items throughout the game, not so much when you meet him at the Druid Grove. He doesn't really have anything on him right now. But right now we're pretty much just cleaning out our inventory, and you see we pretty much sell almost everything we have to get some gold, and next we're going to go meet the Druids. Here we're going to be introduced to the main plot point of Act 1.
Let my daughter go right now! She's a thief, hellspawn, and you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Basically, all of these tieflings are trying to take refuge here because their home city was drawn into one of the hells. And Kaga, who is the first druid right now, basically is kicking them all out. And she's doing a ritual called the Rite of Thorns that's going to seal up the grove forever. So the grove will be safe from all intruders. But before she can do that, she has to kick the tieflings out. But being the great hero that Perseus is, he's going to try and find a solution in which no innocents die and everyone is happy. But that is easier said than done, especially when we meet some of the characters in this grove.
Go ahead.
So hopefully these people let us through, thank goodness. And now we're going to go talk to a personal favorite of mine, Alfrea. She is a bard tiefling and she likes to sing. And if you converse and then perform with her, she will not only give you a lute that belongs to her mentor, but she'll also give you proficiency in lute playing. So kind of a cool way to get proficiency in performance with your lute, if you're not a bard, which of course Perseus is. He's a master of the arts. Then she'll tell you a pretty depressing sob story about how her mentor was killed by gnolls and how terrible it is. And that stinks, so definitely going to keep my eye out for any gnolls, and I will unalive them in Alfira's name and in the name of her mentor, Lahala. So, now we're going to go talk to the druids. So now y'all are about to meet Kaga, one of my least favorite characters in this entire game.
Please.
She just kind of is illogical and then
She's just a
completely changes her goals, like with one persuasion check later. But I don't actually plan on making that persuasion check. I plan on just ending her sorry existence, because Perseus literally sees this chick trying to like poison and kill a child, and I mean, just listen to her.
Then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Koga. We took back the idol. Surely.
Do it. I've heard enough. The devil remains until the rite is complete.
The snake's hiss of approval reveals its intentions. Should the child struggle, it is poised to strike.
Fair words. Child, take to the others word of my grace. Sif, Tila, to me.
Thank you, Koga. Master Halsin.
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
So now it's time for me to go visit the healer Nettie. Perseus basically walks up and he's like, I've got a tadpole inserted through my ocular region. If you could assist with that, that would be great. And Nettie like kind of leads him on. He's like, oh yeah, Halsin and I were looking at this. Maybe I can help you. She takes me back to this room. And then she basically just says, oh, actually, I can't help you. So here's some poison in case you start turning into a mind flayer. Swear to me you'll take it. And Percy's like, fair enough. I guess I'll swear that to you if I have to, because he obviously doesn't want to turn into a mind flayer and kill a bunch of people. But basically, Nettie is no help, and at the end, she's going to tell us to find Master Halsin if we want a solution to our mind flayer problem. Here's a little pro tip. While you're talking to all the druids, a lot of them have good berries in their inventory, and their value is 0. So put the good berries in, and then something of value, and just buy the thing of value, and you'll get the good berries for free.
If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound? Thank you. It would mean everything to the Grove. To me.
So basically, I've got to go find Master Halsin, but first I'm going to talk to Kaga. And something to add to the list of stuff that I hate about her is that she's also kind of racist.
A sign, or rather, a gift. Who better to understand a watchful brood mother than one who hails from below? She made her choice. Ugh, I thought one like you might understand. When a threat makes itself known, you remove it. No matter. I took back the idol of Sylvanus, and the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove, free from harm, free of intruders. The Rite of Thorns. It is the Tree Father's gift that none come to harm. When we speak the final prayer, the great vine will sprout forth. The grove will be cloaked in bramble and thorn. No one enters, no one leaves. Sanctuary.
All I have to say to that
None of
is
this can
take
happen
notes,
while
Trump.
Outlanders infect us. Sylvanas demands that we choke them out.
Very tempted to make a Floyd reference, but I'm going to try and keep this from getting too political.
I am First Druid now. I protect the Circle, whatever the cost. You showed great mettle at the gate. The mettle of a skilled sword for hire. I want you to provide your services to the Tiefling leader. Zevlor, he's called. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. I'm sure they'll reward you well. They're to be gone before final prayer. If they are not, the Viper must strike. You will do more than speak. This tale ends but one way. With the Outlander rot cleansed, and the grove forever shrouded.
No, don't go.
You did well to speak up for the girl. That snake is fickle. A tragedy prevented. Well seen. Well spotted. We've let a snake replace our leader. She is first druid in Halsin's absence. With him caught or dared by goblins, none may gainsay. But more will die if her ritual is finished. I doubt those exiled by the right will survive long outside. Would you? I would give anything to see Halsin return home. Sylvanas' blessing upon you, and my gratitude as well. Halsin is an elf with the presence of a bear. He left west with the adventurers. You won't mistake the first druid for anyone else.
Well, guess it's time that I head west, although I guess I'll talk to a couple more people in the grove first. But she's pretty much going to tell me the same thing. You gotta go find Halsin, because everyone else is on Kaga's side for unknown reasons. I then meet this group of tieflings and try to convince them that they should stay in the grove.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Thank you. It's the right thing to do, and you know it.
She's right, Roland. We're better than this.
Zergan. Fine, I'll stay too. Lest you both end up with your throat slit by goblin blade.
Thank you, Roland.
But absolutely zero love for Perseus. Anyway, now Perseus is heading in to go talk to Zevlor. And Zevlor is like the main tiefling guy. He's going to tell us that he appreciates us helping
If the
out.
druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear.
Arabella.
So we can risk violence
And then
here,
he's going to ask us
or
if
face it
we
for
can help the
certain on
tieflings
the
out
road.
even more.
Quite the choice, isn't it? It's good of you to offer, but there's a whole army of goblins out there. We'd need an army of our own to escort us safely to Baldur's Gate. And while I don't doubt your abilities, you're no army. Huh? There may be a way, though. Goblins are ill-disciplined. It's unlike them to organize so cleverly. Somebody must be leading them, bringing discipline to their ranks. Take out that leadership, and they'll scatter. It's no small thing to ask, but I've seen you fight. You're equal to the task.
Zevlor clearly doesn't remember the fight from earlier today when he beat me with 3 kills and I only had 2.
Everyone in this camp depends on it. We'll be ready to leave as soon as you give word. Our time grows short. If Korga won't abandon her madness, then we'll have to try the road, goblins or no. So long as Korga leads them, we'll never be safe here. If you're suggesting we remove her...
I like how Zevlor suggests that we remove her as if he's going to lift a single finger to assist me in removing Karga.
A low thought. But I'd be lying if I said I hadn't considered it. But the druids would slaughter us. We'd have to get close to Korga, within striking distance. I can't manage that. But they've already let you pass once. You're taking a risk for us. We'll see that you're rewarded. I'm still hoping Korga can be swayed from this madness. But if not, leaders need to make tough decisions. We do what we must.
So now Perseus has to figure out how to take Haga out without having the druids slaughter all the tieflings. Put it on the list after we head out west to go visit and save Halcyon.
Good opportunity. Let's get this over with.
Now the game there says surprise, but what it really means is subscribe. But we're gonna try and defend this woman from a bugbear assassin. And honestly, I think this guy has ended an honor run campaign before. Bugbears are just crazy because they'll do like 12 damage in a hit. So if they get like a crit, then they can do like 18 plus damage and then you're just toast. Luckily, this NPC is the first NPC ever to have good instincts and run away from the attacker. It's a crazy thought. But basically, we can just shove this fool, or attack him, shove him, move back, and he'll have to spend his action dashing each turn, even that he definitely has 2 javelins in his inventory. But he just refuses to use them. The bugbear has 13 health left. We need to do 13 damage, and we do the maximum of our 6 to 13 range and take care of him. Then this lady basically says, "Oh, thanks for saving me," and ends up giving us a soul coin, which isn't really relevant for this run, and I've actually never used them before. I don't really know what they do, but we just say thanks anyway, and then we move on. We still gotta head out west. But before we can head out west, you might remember from the last video that we have some unfinished business over here, because only 2 of the 4 of these looters fell into that hole randomly. So we gotta take out these 2 guys, dip the sword obviously, and start swanging. That's crazy, it looks like these guys subscribed as well. So the rest of this fight is pretty much just going to be me running and jumping away and shooting him with my crossbow, which does 0 to 7 damage, so it's going to take a while. You see that first hit did not do very much damage. Second hit, slightly more damage. So it's just a run and shoot game, and jump, I suppose. And then he uses second wind. I'm like, no, my man, why? But, I mean, respect the grind, I suppose. So I managed to take him out, and I'm feeling pretty confident. So I decided to go try my hand at the temple.
Another trick up my sleeve. Swift as my feet can carry me.
So I quite annoyingly missed this 75%, missed that 75%, and then the door opens and all 5 of those fools are in this battle now, and I thought the run might be over here, but luckily I still have my bonus action and can jump just insanely far. And also Long Strider is just like one of the best solo campaign spells you can get, because that extra 10 feet of movement is just so pivotal. So I pretty much just decided to get the heck out of there. Perseus will live to fight another day. Hope you all enjoyed the episode today. It was a little bit more roleplay heavy, getting into the lore of the land, finding out about the druids and the tieflings. But yeah, it was great having you. I'll see you next time, roleplayers.